I'm Kimberly Helkin in Washington. These are the main stories brought to you by Al Jazeera. An ally of the ruling coalition in Lebanon, Saad al-Hariri, has declared victory in the country's parliamentary elections, but final results aren't expected for hours. Polls closed with a higher voter turnout in what has been a hotly contested race. Two main coalitions have been vying for the majority of seats, including the ruling March 14th alliance and the Hezbollah-led March 8th coalition. Now, while Lebanon's vote had high turnout, the European parliamentary elections have had record low participation by its 27-member nations. Most exit polls suggest people want a move to the right. Conservative candidates are favored in many countries against the backdrop of the ongoing economic crisis. Turning to Mexico, officials there say 16 suspected gang members and at least 2 soldiers are dead in a fierce shootout in the Pacific Coast resort city of Acapulco. Witnesses say the battle lasted 2 hours. The military says the gunmen fired on soldiers and threw dozens of grenades. Well, the Brazilian Navy has pulled 17 more bodies from the Atlantic Ocean where that Air France jet crashed last week. Personal belongings of the passengers have also been found. It's thought Flight 447 broke up midair in turbulent weather during a flight from Rio de Janeiro to Paris. State radio in Zimbabwe is reporting that indicted Sudanese leader Omar al-Bashir is in the country ahead of a regional economic summit. The arrest, or an arrest warrant rather, for al-Bashir was issued by the International Criminal Court in March, and it accuses him of war crimes including murder, rape, and torture. So far, al-Bashir has escaped arrest despite making several overseas trips. Well, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he'll lay out his peace plans in a major policy speech next week. Netanyahu is under pressure from the United States to halt all settlement activity and endorse Palestinian statehood. The Palestinians, though, refuse to negotiate until Israel agrees to both those conditions. That's something that Netanyahu and his coalition have so far refused to do. And those are the top stories at this hour here on Al Jazeera. Don't forget, you can keep up to date with all of your news on our website. The address aljazeera.net/English.